Right, buddy, Manchester United back in FA Cup action after defeating Arsenal in the third round. This time we face Leicester at home. Could be see DORGU's debut, Heaven's debut. We'll be talking about that and the 5 things to expect ahead of the game. Now let me know your thoughts ahead of the game, predictions, tactics, and much more. So let's get straight into it. Now the first thing to expect is changes and rotation. Now obviously, could you see potentially DORGU and Heaven making their debuts now? I'm starting goal. I think Binder will come in. I think that's obviously obvious. Binder will start the cup game. In terms of back three, the biggest question is who's going to replace Martinez. I'm not really worried he goes in the other two. You could have Masraoui, De Ligt, Maguire, Lindelof if you want. Delo can even play there. But for me, the main one to replace Martinez, could it potentially be Heaven making his debut? Amarim said he could be in the squad, so we have to wait and see what happens with that. Could it potentially be Yoro in that position? Maybe, but for me, I think it's going to be Yoro. I think the left wing back, I want to see DORGU make his debut. The only issue is, would Amarim had enough time to kind of speak with him, train with him and influence his principles on him? I'm not 100% sure. I'm interested to see though whether DORGU will start. I think DORGU, there's a player there, he's young, it's an FA Cup game, so there's really less pressure, but again, there's still a lot of pressure on him to kind of hit the ground running straight away, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. In terms of other centre-backs, I think I'm not really bothered, Maguire, De Ligt. Or Maguire, Masraoui. Now, in terms of right wing back, you want to see Ahmad out there, and that's really what we're going to try and build. Ahmad on the right, with Dorg on the left, and hopefully you get Quenda in the summer, and then you can start to move Ahmad further forward. Now, in two in the midfield, I'm going to go Collier and Bruno. I think, again, you want to see Collier getting more starts. Yes, it's still a Premier League side, but you want to see Collier given that trust and opportunity. He's had a good few games for United. I think I don't want to see Bruno dropping deep in between your three centre-backs. That just didn't work for me. But you know Bruno's a good player, but you don't want to see him anywhere near that position. So that would be Bruno, Collier for me. I just want him playing the balls in behind, staying in that position, getting around the pitch. Two inside 10s, I'm going to go Mainu, Garnacho. I think Mainu for me is a player who didn't work in the false 9. And you want to see him still in that inside 10 where he's closer to goal and get more opportunities, more chances to create. I think that's where Mainu is going to really develop and become a top player, I think, in that number 10 position. Garnacho as well, obviously he stayed at United, which is a huge positive. I think you want to see him get some starts. You could see potentially Eriksen come in. But I think in a game like this, it's still a tough Prem side. You want to see Garnacho, I want to see Mainu. And listen, I'm not really bothered who goes up front. Xerxes, Højlund. I think in a game like this, there will probably be chances, and maybe you want Højlund up there. I think out of the strikers that we have, he is the best finisher. Reports I may be leaving, but yeah, that's what I would do. That would be my team. So Binder, Ahmad, I'll go Masraoui, Maguire, Yoro, Dorgu, Collier, Bruno, Ahmad. No, Collier, Mainu, Garnacho, Mainu. wait, sorry. So Binder, Ahmad right wing back, Masraoui, Maguire, Yoro, Dorgu, Collier, Bruno, Mainu, Garnacho, and Højlund. So yeah, that's the first thing. Now number 2, United's threat. Let's talk about it. For me, it's going to come from the right hand side with Amad Diallo and Mainu in those inside 7 from what the team that I've picked. Obviously, you could say Dorgu, and you're hoping he can develop a good connection out on that side, because if we have threats from the right and the left, that makes us a very, very good team. I think down that side, I think Ahmad is our biggest threat in the game. You could see him potentially even get rotated. I don't want to see that. But the main thing from United in a game like this, we're against a Prem side. Leicester, listen, it's rude. He comes back to Manchester. I'm sure he'll get a great welcome. But listen, you just want to see United go for this and score some goals. We're at home. You want to progress to the next round. This is a huge opportunity to win a trophy. In terms of, as I said, our main threat, I think, is down our right-hand side still. We don't even know what we're going to see from Dorgu yet. So that's that. And number 3, Leicester's threat. Listen, Leicester got good players. I really do like Mabadidi. I think, is it Buonanotte, who's on loan from Brighton? He's a good player. Jamie Vardy, obviously experienced pro, a very, very clinical finisher if you get him chances. They've obviously got a decent defence. Who have they got on their wings? Mavadidi, and I can't remember who's their other winger, but they have got tricky players, decent midfield. Listen, I remember watching them against City. They did have chances in that game. I haven't watched them really too much, but I know they beaten Tottenham. So listen, they're a team definitely to look out for. Rude has played them some football, and yeah, they're definitely no team to be taken lightly. So that's that. Now the fourth thing, Ruud's return. I want to talk about, because Ruud was the manager who, as he took over, or the interim when Erik ten Hag left, to kind of see the ship out until Amorim came in. Listen, I have Ruud, the Manchester United legend. We know what he done for the club. We know what he done for the club when he managed. But I want to see Manchester United win this game. I know it's nice, Ruud coming back to Manchester United is a sentimental value. We just want to see Manchester United go out, get the job done, go to the next round, and ultimately start improving. We're going to have more time to train now, weeks or even more than a week in between some games. So that is huge for Manchester United. But again, it would be always great to see Ruud come back. He's a player who's very, very good. I remember I watched all his goals. Like, he's just a very, very good player. But it'd be great to see him back at Old Trafford. Now the fifth and final thing, the result. In the preview I went 3-0. I'm actually going to change it. I think Leicester will score, the way that United have been shipping goals recently. So I'm going to go 2-1. I think if we can win this game, it'll be fantastic. And yes, most United fans think we will win, but you can't take any team lightly. I think Leicester are a decent side and they play some good football. But I'm hoping the fact that we're at Old Trafford, that should give us the boost. We got DORGU debut, the crowd's going to be up. I mean, it's a Friday night game, so we'll see what the crowd is like. But yeah, let's see what happens here. The 5 things to expect from Manchester United versus Leicester in the FA Cup 4th round. Thanks for watching.